The irony is that we were going to go to Vegas and like gamble a little bit, go to dinner, have some drinks, and then it just turned into just
All
gambling.
gambling. Men have taste buds on their nutsack.
I don't know why they call them condiments. They don't taste like either. Itches my head. All right, welcome back to Good Enough Podcast, episode 16. Per usual, it is your two favorite disgraces of human beings. Damn, that was up.
That's basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, when I heard myself say it, it sounded better in my head. Ugh. Well, we've escaped the quarantine couch and we've made it all the way outside. It's 100 times better, I'd say.
Oh, getting fresh air
Yeah,
for once.
getting just obliterated by mosquitoes.
Yeah. It's
Um,
nighttime. We're surrounded by mosquitoes.
and a
Luckily,
cat.
we have these candles here that
Yep, mine
Clearly.
is already out.
aren't doing shit.
So that's gonna go well. You know where it is far sufficiently more beautiful than here is Southern California,
Absolutely.
and I wish we were back there. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so basically, we had a business opportunity where we decided to take a trip down to the LA area to explore our options with the opportunity, and we kind of went all over.
Yeah, we definitely put down some miles. I think the grand total was just about 1,250 miles in a little shy of 3 days, maybe 2 3/4. I don't know. A lot of driving, a lot of car time, but somehow it ended up going really, really well.
Yeah. Super smooth. It was insane being in LA at rush hour times when there was absolutely no traffic.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was almost eerie, but I would say that's the only thing nice about the COVID deal so far is we made record time everywhere we wanted to go, and we did a lot of jumping around that in any other time of literally the world would have been kind of a push, but it made it a breeze. We made it from 45 minutes northish of Sacramento to like Hollywood, and with gas stop, and we had dinner in 6 hours, which for anyone that knows, that's quite the feat. And we weren't doing it in any sort of thing, anything relatively close to a sports car.
Yeah.
We were in a camper van.
Yeah, so that was neat. Got to stay in Hollywood one night. Didn't really do anything there, but
No, God, no.
we did stay there. And then we headed down the coast, basically, stopping in Long Beach, Huntington Beach, and Costa Mesa. And it was pretty neat to just kind of see the area and how dead everything was,
Yeah, it was nuts.
with the exception of Huntington Beach, which had some gnarly protests going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts for anyone that hasn't kept up with that stuff. Basically, Huntington and Newport and kind of the beaches all in that area had like citywide votes to keep the beaches open. That voted everything in. I want to say Wednesday. And we got there Thursday night, and Thursday, well, I just blew that timeline, but Thursday morning, the governor voted no, or like overruled everyone and said there's no beaches allowed to open in California. So that was gnarly, and so we showed up to Huntington the next morning for a ton of protests and news stations and planes flying, banners bashing the governor and all this stuff. So that was pretty gnarly, but as of today, which is the 6th, some beaches are open back up. So
Wow.
cities, everyone's just saying no to him. So I know Laguna opened up today, and some in San Diego. I didn't research it, but I know this for sure because I knew people who went. So that's kind of gnarly. But yeah, we showed up in what was pretty much this giant shit show to start off the trip. It was entertaining because it didn't affect us any other than not being able to go to the beach. But what are you gonna do?
I can tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch every single one of these mosquitoes that is surrounding me and eating me alive.
Yep. My candle's out, so I'm just in it for the long haul.
Yeah, some bull. But yeah, so we had a little interesting trip down to Southern California. I got to visit my old roommate, Austin, who thanks for listening to the podcast, dude.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was good to see you. Good to see Andrew. I don't know if you listen or not, but
You should.
you should. And John,
Shit's awesome.
yeah, good luck in your endeavors, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was neat. Definitely the weirdest experience I've ever had in the LA area, just being so dead and empty, but
Yeah, just driving. I mean, we were driving around in rush hour traffic on Friday, Saturday, and there's only a couple other people in the lanes near you.
yeah.
Let alone like it wasn't traffic, it wasn't congested, it wasn't even. I mean, literally, it was just nobody. It was like can't really stress that enough. But now, after being home for a few days, it seems like pretty surreal.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, that was a trip. But I would much rather be down there. We didn't get any beach time, but
Not an ounce.
and not much downtime for that matter either. I think we had really a few hours where we just kind of sat as close as we could get to the beach and sat in the back of the van and had a beer and finally kind of took a deep breath. But this is a trip.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back down and actually relax next time.
Yeah. While we were down there, though, we did receive a couple of fan questions. So the first one,
Oh shit, I didn't know about this.
if one person has a Prince Albert, and if a man has a Prince Albert,
Okay.
and the counterpart who is providing oral relations has
Okay.
a tongue piercing, can they
Oh,
get
man.
tangled together or stuck together?
Oh man.
And if so, could that partner be choked out?
I'm gonna
And-
say if yes, then hard yes. Like,
Oh,
if you can get
I would
caught,
imagine
so yeah,
he'd be
someone's
hard.
getting in trouble. There was a movie where that happened, I think. I don't remember what it was. It was old. I want to
Huh.
say it was like some chick flick, so I definitely haven't seen it. But dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a creative one.
number one,
This quarantine
these
spawn.
mosquitoes suck.
Dude, I'm dying.
But yeah, number two, we wouldn't know because we haven't stooped to that low yet of getting Prince Alberts.
Yeah. It's been talked about.
Honestly, it might happen today. Big news. I put in my 2 weeks at my job,
Yeah,
so
man.
that will be ending at some point, and at that point, we're gonna go full-fledged on this podcast and kind of pursuing this, and maybe a YouTube channel, and definitely some Twitch streaming. So
Yeah.
you guys will have to check us out there.
Yeah, we're going balls deep. We're going from good enough to firing on all cylinders. The name will still be good enough because that's really the spirit of the whole thing. But
Yeah,
efforts, quality, and focus will be
might
ramped.
be a little better than good enough. So
Yeah, we're gonna be going torque, dude. We're putting Viagra in the bloodstream of this bitch,
yeah, so
dude. Hey, mosquitoes.
I know.
This outside thing
They're
was really
so
cool.
annoying.
I don't miss the couch, but son of a bitch.
But I also don't miss not sucking dick. So
yeah, so
that casting couch was a doozy last week.
yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah, all right. Second fan question here. Should you rub one out while you're sick, which would be getting rid of the contaminated sperm? And I feel like maybe we've both had this thought go through our head. Personally, no, I have never. Because I've never thought of the contamination being excreted through my body that
yeah,
way.
I haven't
but
either. I would say
still an interesting topic.
for fan, yeah, do it, but not for that reason. Do it because you want to, and because being sick is so miserable that you should just, if that's gonna make you feel better,
Ease the pain,
Ease
the
the pain.
stress, anything like that.
yeah, a little dopamine to the brain might not help, or might not. Wait,
Hurt you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might not hurt, but I speak English. But yeah, I don't think you're fully loaded with little sicklings.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a good topic to wonder about. So, don't know on that one, but
Yeah,
that's our thoughts.
yeah, that's a good one. Dude, speaking of like sick and obviously like we're just consumed by all this COVID shit, which has made researching anything impossible.
Oh,
My mom had to get the fucking brain tickle today.
what?
My My lovely dear mother works in an outpatient clinic for an enormous hospital in our area, and she found out today that she was exposed to someone who had it.
Ooh.
Who I don't know if they didn't know or just didn't tell anyone they had it, but
Yeah.
she had to like draw their blood, and they just found that out today.
So she had to go full swab deep down the navel cavity
Both
or up the
cavities.
navel. Oh.
Yeah, so basically
Nope.
they approached her and they were like, "Oh, since that day, have you had any like shortness of breath or felt sick?" And she's like, "Well, I have gnarly allergies and asthma, so like
Yeah.
the answer is yes, but like I feel fine." And it's been a week and a half since the date that she was like right by that person, or actually probably 2 weeks now. So in theory, it would already run its course. But she's like, "Well, I have to answer yes, but also whatever." And they were like, "Well, get 2 days off, go." So they sent her to the bigger hospital, and she had to take like this crazy underground entrance into the building. They don't even get you out of the car. They're just like, "Yo, give me that nose." And
That is wild.
yeah, and if anyone hasn't seen kind of the picture of how that whole swab works, you basically have to like lift your head and clear your nose canal, and they swab the back of your sinuses.
Hell nah.
Yeah,
To the nah
which
nah.
the
nah.
diagram looks like they're tickling the front of your brain, and they do it in one. And she said it's like hella gnarly and just like quick, and it just tickles, so it kind of like burns.
Yeah.
You get like that weird like tickling in your nose. You feel like everything's dying. And they're like, did it to one. She was like, "Oh shit," and then shoved it back in the other side because you have to do both. So that shit sucks for her. That's why that shit sucks, because I don't have one this week. No, that's pretty much it. So that blows. So Mama Cheeks, we know you're good, but she gets a couple free days off. She has to self-quarantine by herself in the house, so in theory I shouldn't be able to see her.
Oh wow.
And so I can't really go visit. But yeah, man, I thought that was pretty gnarly. That's I think we talked about a couple weeks ago how bullshit that test would be, and from secondhand experience, it's bullshit. And I think I'd rather get sick than have it, because keep things off my brain. I'm good.
True.
It's small enough already. Don't hit it.
Yeah. All right. Well, one of my two, this shit sucks this week, is not getting my f***ing tax return.
You still haven't gotten yours?
Still yet to get it. I
Holy
got
shit,
my
that's like-
stimulus check immediately, and tax return nowhere to be found. Looked it up online,
It's
not
just
there.
sent or whatever. It's
No,
like somewhere
just
in.
not even. It says information not available,
Oh,
which is
God.
so annoying because I would like my money, but yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, like everything's in full chaos mode, but like,
Still sucks.
yeah, still. Give me my dough.
Yeah.
It's your money. Like, you earned it. Just give it back.
Yep. And then my other this shit sucks on the bigger news side is I am selling all my race stuff and
Yeah.
stopping racing
Yeah, man.
to kind of get priorities straight and square up on my debts, which have been reaming me alive.
Yeah.
So that sucks, but at the same time,
That shit does suck for sure.
it's growing up and part of what you got to do. So
Yeah, man, I think you made like we've obviously talked about this in length for a little bit here. And even before it was like a real thing, just like, oh man, like in the future, if A presented itself, then B might need to happen, or
yeah,
whatever it is. But I think you said it best. Well, like, it's kind of a necessary evil, because obviously you love racing, and obviously you've shown that you can do it, which is pretty nuts, because as your friend I should have to shit on you first, which I can't, because you've actually done like super, super well. But you've proven yourself to the point where you could drive for another team. So although you own all your own stuff, I think, moving forward, if you still want to race, that it might not be a necessity.
yeah,
So like you said, why bury yourself at 24, be 25 next month,
yep,
just to do something that, you've proven that you're good enough and can have, proven that you are literally good enough to have someone else pay for it.
yeah.
So,
So with that being said, I'm selling all my shit.
yeah. So
If anyone
has
wants a race car,
shitloads of money,
hey, let me know. Also, I will be out of a job in 2 weeks, technically.
yeah.
So we will need sponsorship money. So hit us up. We do have one sponsor that I want to shout out who was sponsoring my race car, who I feel really bad about because he paid me and he didn't take the money back and said, give us a shout out. So King's Meats and the Butcher's Kitchen in Placerville, California. Diamond Springs, California, sorry. You guys rock. Big shout out to you guys. They have fantastic food at their food truck and a humongous selection of high quality meats in their butcher shop, which is King's Meats.
Yeah, super cool. A lot of cheeses, especially doing all this like relief. The owner and close friend of ours, Casey King, has done like a really good job of bringing in some kind of like, for lack of better terms, because I don't think this is right, but like kind of panic relief stuff. It was a butcher shop deli in the first place, and he's brought in like veggies and milk and eggs and bread and stuff he wouldn't normally staff.
Yeah, above and beyond.
Yeah, and Andy's kept, literally like everything, like full shelves the whole time. I know personally because we're really close to them. That it's been quite literally a day and night operation, and he opened this thing right before the COVID kind of seal broke, and man, he's done an insane job keeping that place afloat. So if you need anything that you think the grocery store isn't going to have, go there because he'll have it, and it'll be a higher quality, and everyone will have a smile on their face. So
yep,
thank you very much.
Yeah, so thanks to them, and we will roll our other sponsors.
All right. Thank you to Anchor for the $3 over the course of this entire podcast. It is $3.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. It was a joke, and now we will cash it out because we went from 3 jobs and 2 boys to 2 boys, no jobs, and we got the couch taken from us. So I'd say shit's going really well.
You know what? We just got to stay positive.
Yep. And on the first note of positivity, we've doubled/quadrupled our mosquito candles, so I feel good about everything moving forward.
Yeah, so do I.
And they're still staying lit somehow, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, just like life, always stay lit, folks. We are past 420, and it is the great time to start growing weed.
Yeah,
I was
pretty much
really trying to roll that into some type of sponsor ad, but unfortunately I had nothing.
I did get contacted about being working in marketing for a weed company today.
Well, that is interesting.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed, but if they pay us.
But hey, I could talk about it.
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So if you need some of that OG Black Widow Brown Recluse Kush, hit up. And then if anyone's listening and wants to sponsor that,
we'll throw it in.
That's where your business name will go. We'll play reggae. We'll do all the corny shit. I'll grow dreads again because I used to have those. I actually still have them. I'll bring them and just super glue them onto my head. We can super glue them we can just bobby pin them onto your head.
I think I'll pass.
No, okay, well. What? I heard it was like a good luck thing to keep your dreads for like a certain, I'll have to look it up. There was like a certain amount of years because it's like such a commitment that you just like keep them. So I like washed my hair one last time and then cut them off.
That's neat.
That night, so I don't really know.
Well,
so I just have pounds of hair.
Well, got to do what you got to do, I guess. Kind of like this kid, who the knows what he was doing, but a boy in Florida was rescued after getting locked in an igloo cooler.
What?
Dude, we're talking like a normal size cooler.
Yeah.
That is over there.
Wow. How do you get locked in that?
I don't know. Oh, for Christ's sake. Twyla has ripped ass on chat number 2.
I'm sorry, that was just such a shocking story. It wasn't supposed to happen like that.
It really cleared you out.
Yeah, I feel better. That's not a big cooler at all. I think that's one of the bigger igloos.
Yeah. Okay.
Your voice is a little muffled.
Bro, it smells like OG butthole kush over there.
Wait, I report we have lost one of our candles. I'm getting eaten alive, and my body's not reacting well.
All right,
Okay,
well,
that's pretty insane, dude. Watch
yeah.
an igloo cooler. What's it?
No clue how. It was a video, and it was a shitty reenactment, so I could not tell you how.
How did they find him? They're just like,
Yeah, he was just banging on the lid, and then yeah. Dad, Dad. Where's that coming from? Dad, Dad.
wow.
Cracks open a beer inside the igloo.
Yeah.
Dad.
Ain't nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Put little Matty Light in the cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Matty Light drinking a Natty Light while he's in
Oh.
the cooler.
Oh man, that's horrible. I gotta get on that. Speaking of boys going rogue, this one's almost beat to death, but I think we'll hit the final blow here. A little boy in Utah got in an argument with his mom because she wouldn't buy him a Lamborghini because he's 5.
Bro.
So while his parents were at work, he stole his parents' car, mind you, Utah.
Did his parents drive a Lamborghini?
Nope. And he got in an argument, took all of his money, which if I can't seem to find it, but I remember
All
hearing
of his money.
Yeah, he had like $3.
At 5. Yeah, okay,
And-
that makes sense.
And he was pulled over for erratic driving 2 miles from his house because he told the cops he was going to California to buy a Lamborghini. If that ain't some good enough shit, I don't know
Holy
what is.
crap. At the same time, though, impressive that he was able to
Dude,
drive
video-
the car.
If anyone's bored, look that up. It's on every news station, but hardly driving. But he was going
Okay.
he was going the right speed, but he looked like someone's like drunk ass blind grandma. He
Oh.
was just on every lane and it was terrifying. But you know what? He pulled over for cops. And
Hey,
he's
he was
not
trying
getting
to
a Lamborghini.
reach his dream just like us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, ours might be a little more attainable than his.
mean,
So, sucks
yeah.
for him.
If baby wants a guinea, then he's gonna try to get one.
Hey, don't blame him.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my article, or another article I have here, actually,
Okay.
which this could have been him. Driver accidentally reverses onto 2 parked cars outside Florida Bank. And we're talking like fully onto the cars. I would show you a picture, but I don't have it right here.
God.
Just imagine like 2 Toyota Corollas
Okay.
and a midsize SUV, like a Lexus hybrid SUV, we'll say,
Okay.
fully on top of the Corollas. Just whoop,
Huh. And just ran
My bad.
right up on top.
straight up. Yeah. Gravedigger status.
I mean, if you can't find parking, you can't find parking, but that's no reason to go that hard.
Bro, they were just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Ran him over.
Wow.
And another person that said, big F you to the cops, got pulled over for doing so. They were driving by and they flipped a cop off. And,
Classic.
yep. And the court dropped it because that's not something that you should be pulled over for or can be pulled over for, apparently.
And they just dropped it.
Yeah.
It's kind of free speech, I guess, huh?
It says a state trooper's decision to stop a driver who flashed an obscene hand gesture wasn't justified. The North Carolina Supreme Court ruled Friday,
That's crazy.
so they let him off.
You know what's so funny and like.
So just so you guys know, if you ever feel bad about the police, just flip them off.
Yeah,
you know.
nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Dude, because it's funny. On that note, I was going to say, I mean, regardless how you feel about men on service, men in uniform,
Uniform.
good or bad, I feel like they have so much leverage that dude could have got. Granted, you can pull the free speech card, but if the cop feels like it's hate speech, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
So hate speech against a cop is like, that's a huge offense. So the fact that the court ruled it once that it was free speech and you're good.
Oh, they got to do
Hey.
it from here on out.
Yep. So tell the cops nah if you if you really feel that way, and tell them with one specific gesture.
Yeah, and if they,
Not saying to do it, but we're just saying you legally can.
yeah, and if you do,
Send us a picture.
and make sure to tag us in it
Yep.
on our Instagram at Good Enough Pod, which
And
we're
then-
trying to get to 500 followers.
Oh yeah.
For an AirPod Pro giveaway. So
Which we're
head over
ramping
there.
up, dude. We talked about how serious we're gonna take this, You're gonna want to be in the first 500 followers just for like nostalgia's sake.
Because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, shit's gonna be cracking off.
And on that note, when you do go to court because you flipped off a cop and got
Yeah.
pulled over,
Invite us.
invite us. We will fight for you and mention us there too, because
Yeah.
we have evidence here
Yep. Well,
that you are legal.
we will supply the article and we will play our podcast in court.
Perfect. For
Boom.
everyone to hear.
Wow.
Genius plan.
How you love that, government?
And yeah. And if it goes bad, basically it'll be like this guy in this article where
Okay.
a guy in New Jersey cemetery employee trapped after grave collapses. But that shit.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on. This shit's just out of hand. How?
Kind
It
of like
was a
these
cemetery
mosquitoes.
worker, you said, right?
Cemetery employee, correct.
Oh, hey. Go yourself. That's your own fault.
Dude,
I'm hoping that he dug that one and just like got really lazy one night and he was like, you know what? I'm just a grave digger. Like, I'm going to take a little nap. Fuck this hole. And then he fell into it later on.
yeah.
If that's
so-
the case, go yourself.
Yep. 59-year-old gravedigger.
Oh, I kind of feel bad that he's old now.
Yeah.
Hey, good enough. Live with your choices.
Dug an 8-foot deep grave where the walls caved in, pinning him up to his knees in dirt for nearly a half hour.
That's not even, he got off easy.
Yep. And at least it was on a Tuesday afternoon. So it wasn't at night.
Oh, good. God damn.
So apparently he just screamed for help or something. I don't know. But
A little baby back bitch. Can you imagine just hearing someone scream from a graveyard, though?
oh yeah, that's what it says here actually.
That'd be so tight.
His pleas for help were heard by coworkers.
On the flip side of, that sort of fortune, and this stuff happens all the time because, YouTube's a thing and people want to look like they're nice.
Yeah.
But Texas has slowly been opening up during this whole deal, and a restaurant worker within like the first few hours of service got a $1,300 tip.
I saw that.
Dude, insane.
Absolutely insane. Which, if you ever go back to work at the restaurant,
Yeah. Please,
Gives
for
us
the
high
love of
hopes.
God. Yeah. That 1,300 would go a long way.
oh dude,
Yeah, the dude came in with his family, racked up a $300 bill, which is already cool enough because, expect is not the right word. But as a server, if you see a 20% tip, you're hyped. Especially as a dude, because the reality is chicks make more in the service industry. That's just how it goes. It's not that big of a deal. So, like, I was always taught to tip 15%. In service, you always hope for 20. That means that's like the financial nod of you did a good job.
yeah,
So this dude spent $337 and then left a $1,300 tip. So that's insane. And the dude that got it, apparently, he's 18, which, God, I can't imagine that much money. 18 coming out of nowhere, especially from, as I've talked about at length, like how hard this whole thing's been on the restaurant industry because it's something I'm in the middle of. But he checked with the guy, and the guy was like, yep, absolutely, you guys work hard, and this is probably all the money you missed out on during this whole thing.
Hey,
And so
good
one
for him.
dude on the first day back, he just left a
Cashed
note.
out.
And, yep, said good luck, and
good enough.
insane. Yeah.
And that was it. This is all she wrote.
Yep. So if any of you guys feel really bad for restaurant people, I will post my shifts at the restaurant, and you guys can come in and tell me how bad you feel with your pockets, and I will shout you out.
All right.
We're keeping this train rolling. Okay, that was greedy. I didn't mean that, but I did.
One thing real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the topic of a restaurant,
Okay.
did you hear that McDonald's is coming out with a McJackson burger?
A McJackson burger. Is
Yeah.
that like?
Well, it's a 50-year-old piece of meat and a 12-year-old bun.
I thought that was an actual article.
Absolutely not. Had to slide that one in there while I had the
God,
chance.
damn it. I gotta go. How do you get a nun pregnant?
There is none way.
Dress her up like an altar boy.
Oh, wow. And we have gotten there
Yep,
in this.
and yeah. Welcome to the rapey joke episode. It's your two most insensitive hosts. You know what? Maybe we lived up to the piece of shit thing right at the start. I thought we were doing pretty good, but turns out we're just cold in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, do you know what Jersey girls use as a protection during sex?
I
Bus shelters.
uh,
Um,
I never watched Jersey Shore, but I feel like that was probably pretty accurate.
yeah, I wouldn't know, but hopefully someone laughed.
Oh,
I already
think
ruined
it's
this
good.
one to Tyler, but for those of you guys listening, it's still funny. What's green and yellow and eats nuts?
Oh, dude.
Gonorrhea.
Oh,
Just chomps away down there.
I still cringed at that one. Oh God.
Yeah, that was the shitty jokes I had there. Sorry to
That's-
interrupt you. You can get back to what you were saying.
No, that's good. That was the end of it. Come tip us on Anchor.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd
Actually,
be great.
thank you guys too. We've done little. I guess it feels important to say. We've done little to no promotion in the last handful of weeks, just because we've had just a ton going on. A lot of change, a lot of good stuff, a lot of planning. Like you said, some stuff leading up to kind of a little work trip last weekend, which God is on your free days off. Still doing that. So we put in a lot of time in this in the background, but some of it doesn't show just because you get like the weekly episode on time every week. But thank you to everybody who's been listening. We got a steady base of people who are listening, which is awesome considering there's like between the two of us maybe one post a week, and it's just like, hey, what's up? It's Friday. Like, here's the new stuff. We'll see you again next week. So, like I said, everything's gonna be ramped to the moon. We mentioned a commercial that's coming. We mentioned ads; those are coming.
We're just busy,
Yeah.
and we are trying to free up the time to go at it full speed ahead, which, like I said, in 2 weeks, that will be the case. So
Yeah.
I guess should be 3 weeks from now, we'll be kind of hardcore at it. And
Going for it.
I don't know, we might do 2 episodes a week,
Yeah.
maybe more, who knows, but
I
might
mean,
do a different topic.
whatever people want to see, man.
Podcast. We're definitely going to do some funny YouTube videos that will be on a different channel than this, but we'll make sure to
It'll all be linked.
sure.
sure.
link it and whatnot, because we're stupid and we do some funny stuff.
And we get to see some really cool stuff too.
Yeah.
Especially with a little more free time. I mean, God, we pack some pretty cool stuff that we don't really post about because we're not super flashy people. We're not about the FOMO deal. But why not?
Yep.
And again, it's not to like flex, but we get to see some really cool stuff that is from a unique vantage point, whether it be on the bikes or, even just being our age, having a little bit of free time and what that leads to. Just being outdoors, stuff like that. I know it's like all pretty common, but that's all the stuff I love watching in my free time. And I sometimes I look at it, I'm like, dude, we do cooler stuff sometimes. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Have everyone along with us. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more of us, whether you like it or not. And if you like it, let somebody know because we like doing it and we're going to do it either way. So, suck my ass.
Yeah, so one quick shout out. I finally got around to buying some High Side coffee, which they were cold
dude.
coffee.
Yep.
Crazy good.
So
Thank you,
insane.
Shay. You guys are doing a bitchin' job. Super jealous of you guys.
God.
Keep it up. We will keep ordering. Can't wait to go on a motorcycle trip soon here with
Yeah, go see those
some
dudes.
of his coffee.
Yep.
Definitely come down to see them in San Diego-ish area.
We drank a shitload of it on the road. We mentioned it before, but it's so sick. It's high-end coffee that's super, super convenient to make, and we kind of made this little bonsai run trip short notice, and so we had made a bunch of cold brew from Shay's recipe put on the page, and man, we were chugging that to crunch some miles in early mornings, late nights, so we were for sure stoked on that stuff, and it made awesome cold brew. We've had it hot, and now we can say we've made it just about every way we can think, and it's bitchin'. That stuff is rad, so thanks to those guys as always.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note, thanks for listening to the podcast. If you guys are watching this video on YouTube, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more fun stuff. Check out the links in the description to every bit of our social media, anything else like that.
Definitely.
And yeah,
I
we'll see you guys next week.
think we're just gonna go scratch our arms senselessly till at least they bleed.
Screw these mosquitoes.
That time of the year, man. Welcome to California.
Yep, unfortunately. And with that, we're out.